cameras, action. Now let's engage in the dialogue. Let me browse through your mind like a catalog. Conscious metaphysics, allow me to break down the specifics. Educate, motivate. If you don't feel free, you can liberate. An LLC is what I'm building, the #1 podcast in the building. So let me slide on up in the Bentley truck in my Versace shirts. They can't get enough of this deep conversation, expansion, elevation. I'll send you a link you can tap in. It ain't quite what I used to do back then. Now I get it on the front and the back end. Multiple money streams keep coming in. Enlighten, empower, evolve. Enlighten, empower, evolve.
Just in time. Greetings, everyone. I'm Luke Bryan Smith, and welcome to Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. I know everyone's doing well, and everything is unfolding perfectly. I'm excited yet again, and you know why. Because I have an amazing guest today. I won't read off everything right now, but I'll just say this. She's a worldwide phenomenon. And I like to say that about people because I believe everyone is a phenomenon of some sort. Everybody is special. So without further ado, I introduce you to Grace Marilize Oosthuizen. How are you today, Grace?
Hi, I'm doing so well.
Yes, you're all the way in South Africa. Am I correct?
Yes, Johannesburg, South Africa.
Wow, that's amazing. And like I always say, it's this technology is so amazing that we're able to speak to each other, from across the world, like as if we're standing in front of each other. That's amazing.
It's definitely great. Makes
Yes,
a
and
lot
I
of
want to
things.
offer you my sincerest gratitude because I believe that time is one of our most precious assets, and for you to spend some of your time here with me on my podcast, I appreciate you very much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate being able to be here.
Yes. So let's get right into it. You know, you let's talk about your multiple. You mentioned that you have multiple diplomas. So let's elaborate that on a bit. Where did you get your diplomas, and what fields? And yeah, just elaborate a little bit on your accolades.
Okay, so firstly, I've always just loved learning. So I want to know everything about everything and just how everything works. So right after school, I started with chemistry and algebra,
Right.
and that was in the States actually. Um, when I was au pairing there, and you had to take courses for extra credit. So
Right.
then I really loved that.
Right.
And from there, I also did naturopathy because I'm really interested in health as well.
Say that again.
Um,
Say that again. What?
naturopathy.
Naturopathy. I've never heard of that. And that's the study of what?
So that's the study of it's broad natural medicine,
Oh,
but
okay.
also combined with Western medicine.
Okay. Yes, I learned
Yes,
something new. Naturopathy. Okay, the study of medicine, natural medicine, and Western medicine. Okay, go ahead.
yes. Okay. Then I also did astronomy, physics. Um, there's so many. Life coaching, early childhood development,
Right.
um, English, uh, ministry as well. Um, and the last thing I did was a few courses in quantum mechanics and energy fundamentals.
Wow. Like you said that you're a real student. You love to learn um, from a broad spectrum of things, and that's amazing. So you've always been that way. You just naturally inquisitive and naturally curious.
Definitely. And technology has made it so much easier.
Right,
Like now you can take courses from Harvard, or
right,
Oxford or China. You
right,
can just learn so easily.
right. That's amazing, and yeah, that's part of what I was saying in the beginning, that technology has enabled us to be able to do amazing things. Yes,
It
yes,
really.
yes. So, what would you say your specialty is? Your that you've taken the most interest in?
So, psychology. I didn't mention that. I also did psychology. That is my major interest. And
Right.
right now, I do coach, but I coach for free. And
Oh,
it's
okay.
mostly to young adults so that they can find their purpose and their passion, because
Right.
that's really hard, you
Right.
know. And
Right.
I can understand that as someone who loves a lot of things and then you don't know what direction to go in.
Right. So you assist people in figuring that out and getting some direction in their life. That's amazing because that's very important. Very important. So also let's talk about a few of your um, entrepreneurial endeavors. You know, your businesses or whatever that you're involved in. You said that you prior to this segment that you work in trading. You said
Yes,
let's
export. So
exports. Let's talk
combine.
about that. What do you? I mean, if you don't mind sharing a little bit, that interests me.
No problem. So mostly, I export firewood and charcoal
Right.
from South Africa to the rest of the world. But then I am also a sourcing agent. So when people come to me looking for products from South Africa, and
Right.
we are a high risk country to do business in.
Right.
So I find trusted suppliers and then get various products, medical products,
Right.
agricultural products, like anything.
Right. Right. That's amazing. And back to let me see your so what other entrepreneurial things do you have going on? That's what I was asking at first, but then I remembered I wanted to know what you did as well. But what other endeavors are you involved in? I saw something that you're involved with cannabis as well, and yes, tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about that.
I'm very involved in the cannabis industry here
Right,
because I did mention also this is before that I struggled a lot with depression,
right,
and I was on some really hectic pharmaceuticals that just made me feel like a zombie, and I couldn't do it anymore.
right,
And then the natural health aspect of what I studied taught me a lot about the positive effects that it can have, that cannabis can have on your mental health if you use it correctly. So
right,
then I started using cannabis for that, to get myself off of some really hectic pharmaceuticals.
right.
Um,
Some strong meds, strong medications. Yes,
strong. Yes, that is really not good for your health.
right. And it worked. You got off the medications, the
I did.
pharmaceuticals.
I did. And then I got a lot better. And right now, I'm not even on cannabis. So it just, I used it, it changed my mindset to the way I needed it to be. And that's really where everything starts, is your mindset.
Right. You're
Um,
absolutely right. The mindset. Go ahead. I sorry, interrupted you.
It's fine. So then, because I like to learn things, I
Right.
started getting really interested in the hemp aspect of cannabis.
Right.
So this was right around when legalization happened here in South Africa. And I noticed that there was a lot of wastage in the industry. So I started making hemp products from wasted hemp, basically. That's how I started. So I started with making basic products that smokers would use, but from waste material that they would throw away. I made pipes and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Then I moved on to doing paper and filters and really just you could do anything with it. And I started getting really involved with the industry to try and make it as zero waste as possible.
Right.
So since then, I've written a book about handcrafting with hemp, um, wherein a lot of manufacturing processes that we would need machines for,
Right.
I made I made and researched on ways to do that by hand, especially for underdeveloped countries like ours and Zimbabwe,
Oh, that's
because
amazing.
they don't have a lot of money to buy a machine that costs millions of dollars
Right.
to stuff, but we do have a lot of human resources. So I did that, and I do consult for the government on the cannabis industry.
Wow. You're what we say over here is you have many irons in the fire. We say that. Yes, and that means that you're involved with a lot of things, and that's good. You have a fulfilled, it seems like a really fulfilled life. Um, because you are involved in things that you are passionate about and learning how to make products. Now, you mentioned, oh yeah, I just remembered. You mentioned that you wrote a book. What is the title of that book? What is it about again? And where can you find it?
It's crafting cannabis by hand. Um, it is about crafting cannabis products from hemp. It has more than 200 products in it. And
Right.
this is everyday products and things you can sell. It's things from filters to just um, things you can decorate with, but also functional things like baskets and even weaving materials out of it, fabrics from it. And it's available on Amazon.
And it's under what name? Do you have a different uh uh name
My
for your
art,
publishing or your own name?
yes, it's Marlies Grace.
Oh, Marlize Grace. And the title again is what?
Crafting Cannabis by Hand.
Crafting Cannabis by Hand by Marlize Grace, and it's on Amazon. Yes. So anyone out there that's interested in that, please go to Amazon and get that book. All right. And yes, I would like for you to send me a link to that book as well so that I can incorporate it into the description of uh, this segment when I upload it, and that way people can just click right on it and go to your book. That's amazing. And to rewind a little bit, back to your coaching. What gave you interest in coaching? And you already talked about, you elaborated a little bit of what you coach about, which is mostly helping people to find direction in their life. What inspired you to do that? And how do you go about doing that? Can people find you online, or is there a certain place they can go to get some of your perspectives and insight in regards to um, what they want to do in life? How does that work?
Okay. So, firstly, how I started is my own journey. I think
Right.
that's where most of us start. We have to go through it ourselves.
Right.
Because I had all of these interests, I could never, for the first about 24 years of my life, I had all of this massive potential and I could feel it, but I wasn't doing anything. I was going from this thing to that, um, not really making anything of all any of my diplomas or what I'd learned. I just went along and I was really
Right.
unhappy.
Right.
Okay. So it was also a really spiritual journey. And when I found my center and really connected to God or the universe or
Right.
whatever you prefer to call the thing we feel,
Right. Right.
um, that inspired me. I felt like I had to share it because I had all of the tools and I also had the knowledge to put it in packets so that other people can also understand. And I can just take you on this journey.
Right.
So I do a lot of work um, in person, but also people can go to my Facebook page and connect directly with me there.
Right.
Um, and
And
I
what's that?
also,
Can
my
you say,
Facebook page,
yeah, can you say that verbally, audibly here while people are watching?
yes, it is under Grace Marilize Oosthuizen on Facebook.
Right.
Um, so you can literally, they can DM me there. I do prefer to work directly with people,
Right.
or they can listen to KI Radio, where I also host workshops on there. And they have a newsletter going out every week where I do give tips and also insights on that side of things.
Okay. Now, this KI radio, how can people find it in other countries? Where do they go?
Okay, on Linktree, K_I_radio, and they'll find it.
And is there specific times when you come on?
No, there are not specific times. It does get advertised when I will be there.
Oh, okay.
So, yes.
We'll make sure that you also send me a link to that KI radio as well, so that I can put that in the description as well, and your Facebook, so I can put that in the description as well as your book link. So we'll make sure all those links are in the description so that people can just click right on them and get right to where they need to go. That's amazing. So yes, through what inspires me always with people is when you go through your own adversities, your own journey. And I think when you go through things, you're more passionate about when you do decide, if you do decide to help other people, you're more passionate about it because you went through things and you went through moments where you didn't, that weren't clear on what you wanted to do. So now you actually know how it feels and how you were there. So that you're able to help people with more knowledge and more passion. And I believe that's very important. And that's why I do what I do as well, is because there was times in my life where, of course, I think life in general has ups and downs, but I feel at one particular point I was down further than the normal. And it caused me to really look inside and, like you said, connect with the universe, connect with God, with the God in me, and really take responsibility for everything that I encounter, for everything that I draw into my experience. And from there, it just propelled me. And I find that with a lot of people, that when you really don't give up and do that soul searching and connect with, you like you said, with God and the universe, it will propel your life into beautiful places. So I commend you on not giving up, not staying in that state where you weren't utilizing your potential, and being able to get out of that. Not saying that we don't get help, along the way, but when we do start really intentionally searching, things will come, the right things, the right people, the right circumstances will come to us. I really believe that. I really know it, actually, because I've been through it and still going through, things. And now my mindset is, whatever I don't understand or whatever I don't find that I'm in alignment with or that's pleasing to me, I look at it as a lesson to teach me, to make me stronger, to make me more wise, to make me more knowledgeable. Instead of panicking and complaining, I look for the lesson. I silence myself. I meditate, I pray, whatever it is. I journal, I read, I watch, a lot of information. People are talking, and, look up similar to whatever it is. And I immediately starting the process of getting a result or something, to keep me going. So I think that's very important. So also, like me, you love to travel. Have you traveled to many places?
Not enough. Not
Yes,
nearly
it's
enough.
never enough. Can you share a few places you traveled to?
Yes, I've been to the USA, to
Okay,
Mexico,
right.
um, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Botswana. So those are the countries I've been
Where'd
in.
you say Meridia? Where?
Botswana,
Oh, I thought you
Namibia.
Libya.
Namibia.
Oh, Namibia. Where is that? Is that in Africa?
It's in Africa,
Oh,
yes.
okay. In all these countries, are they very different?
Yes.
Yes.
I think further apart they are, the more different they get.
So,
Yes.
what would you say your favorite place that you visited is?
So definitely South Africa.
Right,
It really is. Africa has a different kind of energy,
right,
and
right,
you can feel it.
right.
It's strange. And the specific place would be the forest in Neisner. So we do have, it's not a big forest, but it's beautiful, and it's sea on the one side, forest on the other. The weather is great. The people are very awesome. That would be my favorite place.
Wow, wow, wow. I'm gonna have to visit there. So, where's that again?
Neisner here in South.
Neisna in South
Nice.
Africa. Neisna. Look that up, everybody. Check that out. Neisna in South Africa. Very beautiful place to visit. That's amazing. So, yes, I enjoyed speaking with you today, and I thank you for taking the time. And, I'm going to share something with everyone. It's after 2 a.m. where Grace is in South Africa right now, and she made time to come on this podcast. But don't feel too bad, because she says she often in her business, uh, she engages and she takes to different hours. So this is not this is not very different, unusual for her. So I appreciate it, though, nonetheless, for her taking this time to be on here to engage in an amazing dialogue. Like I said, I can't get enough of meeting people from around the world and just learning different perspectives, different cultures, different points of views. I love hearing about people's story, their journey, because we're only here for a certain amount of time as humans, and why not try to learn from as many people and experience many different places as you can? And I think this, even though I love traveling physically, this is the next best thing right here. And I just appreciate it, you very much, Grace. Before we conclude this segment, is there any last things you would like to tell us, ideas, or just anything?
Okay. So you mentioned something right now that got me thinking because I was thinking about this earlier. You
Right,
said that we only have a limited amount of time here. And
right,
the that's one of the biggest things I use when I'm feeling really down or like I don't know what my next step is or
right,
just a bit lost. I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna die someday.
right.
We only have this like very small amount of time.
Yes,
So we can choose to say, I'm gonna be okay no matter what, and just make that true because we are so finite.
right, right. No, and I think that's amazing because when you really think about it like that, then you can straighten yourself up. And things seem to be very small because if you look at us, we're a speck of dust in the timeline of history. We're not even here that long. Like you hear about people for a certain amount of time, even people that were really famous long time ago, and they're gone now, and you may hear about them or you may not. And, unless they were super, 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 super famous, you won't hear about them because I'm sure there's more known people and famous people that we don't even hear about anymore because maybe they didn't make it that much. But so, nonetheless, the point is, yeah, we're here for in the physical realm for a short amount of time. So learn to thrive and enjoy life no matter what, not based on uh, what you have materially or money. I know we do need money to, whatnot, but I say put your focus on uh, your physical health, your mind, and connect to things that enhance your life. Like like this, talking to people, learning things. That to me is priceless. And just learning to find ways to be at peace in harmony with yourself. That's important because no matter what type of material wealth that you have, if you're not at peace in here, it doesn't matter. So yes, that's my lesson for today. So again, thank you everyone for watching and or listening. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, leave comments on this video. And yeah, check the description and look at the links so you can find Grace's book and her Facebook and her radio show that she does. I'll have it in the description. So go to the description of this and click those links and check it out. Appreciate everyone. Oh, and be sure to check out my website, 333empower.com. Love and appreciation. Enlightened, empowered, evolve. See you soon.